where the ability came from and how you cultivated this escapability, the ability not to get hit, and how to find passing lanes.
I don't think anybody likes to get hit on a football field playing quarterback, but obviously my dad playing football, him teaching me how to, throw the ball, do everything. But I think also just, God blessed me with the ability to move fast, run fast, throw the ball at a high level, and then me learning the game myself, as many years as I've played it, learning how to avoid things and I had to learn how to throw from different angles and, find those throwing lanes. But it's just a lot of hard work, and, I don't shy away from hard work. So
both you and Cliff have talked about the text exchanges while you were in college, which is a little bit unusual, I think, for an opposing coach to be texting an opposing player. But why do you think you guys bonded? Do you share similar personality traits? Is it because you both played quarterback? What do you think went into the factors of that?
I think because he was just so interested in me, he's so high on me, recruiting me. And as a player, you want to have a guy that's, knows what you do, and is, respects your game and is behind you at all costs. So he was always that guy for me. Obviously, it didn't work out, going A&M, but now we're here, and we've had multiple talks about this situation, for years, and I'm just excited to be here.
What kind of background did you do on the 49ers, just in terms of the story of the legacy here with the franchise and the roster that they have in place, the line you're joining?
Yeah, I think it's the best roster for any team that's picking that high. Obviously, they had the injury last year, which allowed them to pick that high. So I think it's pretty awesome that I'm joining a team that's already assembled a pretty darn good squad. So, and just playing here, seeing the Super Bowl trophies around, it's definitely pretty cool.
Man, I remember that he first walked in. I'm like, man, that's Leonard Williams. Like, he a beast. He from USC. I just give props when props due, basically. But yeah, I was being a little fan, and we just worked out together and stuff like that. And we just talked about football in general. Talked about how NFL gonna go and how his rookie year was and stuff like that. And just grew a bond just through football. I didn't know at the time that I was gonna play with him and stuff like that. So yeah, I was a little fan at first because. You got to think about it at the time, 7 months ago, I didn't even know I was going to start. So it's to be in this position right now, I'm like, bro, that's crazy. So, when I get to meet people, I be like, man, that's dope. I met Le'Veon Bell yesterday, and I'm like, whoa, this Le'Veon Bell, the number one running back in the NFL, it's just crazy. So, but I know I'm one of the people too, though. So it's but I don't really look at it like that, though. So I met Sam Darnold, that's crazy. Bro, you Sam Darnold, Jamal Adams. I'm like, bro, I got Jamal Adams on my ultimate team, so it's that's crazy. So it's
Last night, Mike Mayock said that despite everything that you'd been through in your life, that you were, quote, a ball of positive energy. Where would you say you get that from?
For me, it's kind of loud. For me, it more so just comes from, where I grew up and just how I was raised, man. Regardless of the circumstances, it's just always about your attitude and about your outlook on life. And you can always be in a worse situation.
First off, a leader is somebody who's going to come in and you got to be the same guy every single day. You got to work hard. You got to be accountable. If you're on time, then you're late. Showing up early, putting in the extra hours, dedicating your life to this, This is something that, you can't just turn it on and off. This right here, getting to the NFL, this is your life. Football, it doesn't change, What it requires, what it takes, it doesn't change. Because, I tell guys all the time, if it was easy, everybody would do it. So you got to come in, like I said, head down and work first off, and that way you earn the respect of your peers, your coaches, everybody around you. And then once you do that, the standard is set. It's easy to tell somebody to come on rather than trying to push them in a direction.
Football is kind of like my peace. It's like the one place I feel like I can do no wrong in. We're growing up, doing everything that I've been through, being homeless and things like that, living in hotels and stuff. Football was always an outlet. So, that's what kind of drives me. That's where I found the love of the game, and that's why I play with so much emotion.
And once I seen Tampa, Florida come across that phone, just like fireworks struck through my body. I can't even, I can't really tell you how I felt, but it was one of the greatest feelings ever. And I done had a lot of great moments in my life, and this is first, like top one out of everything. And I'm just so thankful. And I couldn't be with a better organization. And, you know, we're going to do great things. I'm excited for what's to come here.
I was thrilled. I think, you know, like I've said, this is a huge opportunity for someone like me. This was, you know, the place I wanted to be, and you know, to get the call was thrilling, and I'm excited to be here.
Daniel, since you were drafted, what have your interactions with Eli been like?
I spoke to him on the phone Friday, and that was it. I mean, he congratulated me, told me he was excited, you know, to be teammates, and you know, I certainly share that same feeling. I'm looking forward to, you know, spending time with him and learning for him. Like I've said, it's a huge opportunity to be around a guy like that.
What do you think the biggest thing as a quarterback you can learn from Eli Manning?
I think a lot of it is, you know, in his routine. I think, you know, anyone who's played that long and had that much success, you know, he certainly has a routine, and there's a reason he's had that success. So, to me, I think it's just watching him every day and learning from, you know, what he does every day and how he, you know, how he carries himself, how he prepares every week, and just being able to watch that, you know, learn from that, you know, I think is an awesome opportunity.
How do you make sure that relationship doesn't sour? You know, how do you make sure, you guys are obviously at different points in your career here, how do you make sure that doesn't come into conflict?
You know, I think, you know, we both want the same thing. We want the Giants to win football games, and that's, you know, that's the goal of everyone here, and you know, I'm certainly gonna let that be known that that's my goal, and however that, you know, happens, you know, whatever the plan is, that's, you know, I'm here to do that. So, you know, I understand my role is to learn from him, and you know, I'll certainly be focused on improving myself every day, making sure I'm improving. But at the end of the day, we want to win games. So I think if that's the mindset, then we'll be good.
Going through the process, I had a feeling I'll probably go to about 4 teams, you know, that was really good on me. And when they got another first-round pick, I was like, okay, that's a little more promising because, you know, there was, you know, all the talking they can pick a quarterback and stuff like that. So, you know, so when they picked that trade, you know, I got a little smiled a little bit more, and you know, and I so happened to be that pick.
Some place you kind of had your sights set on?
Oh, definitely. Like I said, I just grew up a fan here. I always wanted to play here, you know, just because of history. The history is great, and, you know, just to come out here and keep and bring that tradition back.
What do you make of maybe the potential pressure of being forever linked to that trade?
I don't feel pressure. When they called my name, that wasn't on my mind. You know, today that's not on my mind. I'm a football player. I'm a defensive tackle. He was a receiver. You know, it's kind of just I gotta go out here and, you know, make plays and do what I can.
With a newborn, probably not many nights where you're getting a ton of sleep as it is, but just sort of what was last night like for you when you got to settle down and think about sort of what had happened?
Talking about sleep, I'll tell you what, Wesley sleeps through the night really well. He's real tired, he's real energetic during the day, so that allows us to sleep real well at night. But last night was, yeah, I was up for a little bit. Me, my wife, and I, while Wesley was slumped. But we just talked about, you know, how we're going to achieve greatness and success in this next part of our life.
You've basically had your son in your arms every moment. I mean, how much does he motivate you on the football field and just in life?
Yeah, man. Like, ever since he was born, he forced me to be a better person, and I believe that forced me to be a better football player. He's the reason why I play so hard, and he's the reason why I go to work every day.
I know. He knows you're talking about him, I guess.
You know, I don't know what's wrong with him. You okay?
You didn't like that question.
Wesley,
what do you know about
Jacksonville? That explains your answer, right?
TJ, tell us about the sock choice. Was it purely coincidence? Was there a hunch?
Yeah, no, I did not know. I mean, I'll be 100% honest with you. I didn't. Throughout the entire draft, you don't know. You know, each pick comes in, and you never know who it's going to be. You know, there's certain places that you may be able to go, but you never know. The sock choice was completely by coincidence. You know, The Lion King has been my favorite movie ever since you know, I was little, and you know, Disney. So I was like, let's do it. You know, so it's awesome. You know, there was a lot of signs that came
to this with the dropping of that puck or whatever, and then the socks, and all I had was blue. So I was meant to be here, and I'm excited to start this.
It was just, I knew if I was on the board and I got to the Bills, I knew I was pretty much so certain they was going to take me. I pretty much so knew that's where I was going to go. So it was just a waiting game, just pick by pick. I just had to wait.
Devin, can it mean that much more to you, even going forward in your career, knowing what these gentlemen did in terms of trading up to get you, in terms of your loyalty to the Steelers?
Yes, super loyalty. They showed their interest in me from a while ago, and like you said, probably the worst kept secret in the draft, and trading up 10 spots. So obviously, never heard of, and haven't done it in a while, or really not used to doing it. Just to be able to do that, and really shows a lot of what they think about me and what they want me to do for this organization.
It was surreal. I'm still not sure that it was real. It could have been a dream. Just so exciting. I knew as soon as the Bengals were on the clock, I was hoping my phone was going to ring, and as soon as it did, and I saw the Cincinnati area code, I just started nudging everyone around me. I'm like, look! I didn't even have any words to say. I was just so ecstatic, and that it hasn't really settled yet. I'm still just extremely humbled and grateful for this opportunity, and can't say thank you enough to this organization.
Really, I just want everybody just to know that the biggest thing about me is I just feel like I'm just essentially, I don't mean it in an arrogant way, it's just the total package. Someone who gives their all on the field, wants to be the best at what I do, but also just the type of guy getting off the field who's going to try to do everything right, be the example, lead in the best way I know how, serve my teammates, and do everything I can for those guys around me, because I just feel like my purpose and my responsibility here on this earth and in life is just to make everyone around me better and serve others.
You said the other day that the league done messed up. What did they miss? What do you think the teams in front of the Redskins missed on you?
I'm just looking forward to proving that when I get my chance to play. I feel like I have a part of a great organization, great team, a lot of great players, and I'm just looking forward to minicamp and learning the offense and being able to compete right away. And I feel like with the guys around me, we're going to do a lot of work in the NFL. I'm just really excited. I really can't put to words how grateful I am for the opportunity. Going to high school 20, 30 minutes away from here is very surreal for me to be back with my family. And, I'm just really excited to get to work.
From a scheme standpoint, playing in the 3-4 versus when they go to the nickels more of a 4-3, are there any limitations for you learning that stuff, or is that something you think you'll be able to pick up pretty quick?
There's no limitations at all. I'm a very quick learner. I played in the 3-4 at Mississippi State and also at the 4-3 with my hand predominantly in the ground. I'm able to do a lot of things. I feel like I'm very versatile.
You think you can help them in coverage, running backs out of the backfield, tight ends, that kind of stuff?
Most definitely.
I know you grew up idolizing Julius Peppers. As far as your teammates here, is there one player that you're looking forward to playing with most or just picking the brain of?
Luke Lee. I can't pronounce his last name, but you know what I'm talking about, Luke. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with him. I mean, my brother talked about how he used to play with Dan Morgan, and he said that Luke is a lot like Dan. And he said Dan used to call out the plays before it even happened, and Dan was so relentless and crazy. I need somebody like that behind me, so on my side. So I definitely want to play with Luke.
Like I said, I made that mistake, and I regret it. Just to hear us say all that, I'm grateful. Like I said, key word she said was trust. Tell her in front of you guys that she could trust me. I won't let her down. I won't let either one of these guys down. Like I said, I'm grateful.
Did you pack multiple pocket squares, or was the orange one just gratuitous?
Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, I had multiples, but the orange one was special. So, like I said before, I wanted to be drafted by the Broncos, and it ended up working out. And it fitted very well. So,
Drew, has it set in now that you're a Bronco, and have you been able to reflect a little bit? It didn't go exactly how you wanted, but did the ending turn out maybe the way you wanted?
The ending definitely turned out the way I wanted. This is a spot that I was looking at in this whole process. Obviously, we don't get to pick; they have to pick us, and this is one of the spots that I was really hoping to end up at, regardless of what pick it was. And I think, looking back on it, obviously, you'd like to get picked a little earlier, but I'm here. I got Dalton because of it. We got Noah because of it, and if that's the way it was supposed to be, then so be it. I'm a Bronco now, and I couldn't be more excited to be here.
Yeah, I do think that
having a leg up on pass protection is helpful for me because it is something that is very hard to master. It takes a lot of, precision, technique, and just poise and everything. And so you really got to study and take lots of reps in order to, master something like that. So I think it definitely helps me with that transition.
First off, I just want to, thank everybody here. Thank, Eric for, trusting in me, investing in me. But yeah, man, I've been watching the Ravens growing up. I know the tradition here. I know the standard here. And, I'm ready to come in and make a difference right away, playoff run last year, I'm looking, to help this team make it further than that. So just glad to be here, glad to be a Raven, and, glad to get started.
It means the world to me. This is a great organization. I feel like I couldn't have been put in a better situation. I'm learning from the best of the best, and I'm just excited to get to work and just soak in as much information as possible.